Why is it every time dumb people are doing the stupidest things, they never think that someone could be recording them? Someone filmed these two going the wrong way on an escalator. How embarrassing was that?
Come on, guys, you can do it.
And this guy, did he really go to hit the gym or to hit on the ladies?
I mean, I could work out all day, and obviously I'm a...
More on that later. But first, what's your most embarrassing moment ever? I sure hope it was not as bad as this guy who is about to have an awkward moment in front of thousands of people. Yes or mess? Oh, guy on bended knee. This could only mean one thing: proposal. This kind of thing happens a lot in the movies. A massive public situation is definitely the most romantic venue, and what a prime time to pop the question, right? Well, go say that to this romantic charmer whose proposal seemed to impress everyone but his girlfriend. Oh, the shame. It's a good thing he had that beer to release the stress afterward. To be fair, it must be pretty stressful planning a proposal, especially if you're going to make it a public affair, because you never know how your partner is going to react. But what can you say? Even life's most romantic gestures aren't immune to cringe moments. Speaking of which, here's another good one. So, one of the game breaks in almost every sporting event in the US will be for a kiss cam. When the camera scans the crowd, it could either capture the beautiful moments or the complete opposite. Kiss or cringe? During the kiss cam break in this game, the camera operator scanned the crowd for two unsuspecting fans who seemed like they are a couple willing to share a kiss on the big screen. But it turns out not everyone the camera lands on are a couple. Watch what happens when the camera lands on these two. Yeah, this fan came prepared, and he was definitely not going to be the man who was filmed kissing his sister. Awkward moment or not, it made for a great moment for a laugh or two. Video of the cringeworthy moment went viral on the internet, garnering over 60 million views since it was posted online. Up next, perhaps the most embarrassing post-match interviews in football history. Man of the match. After a match in which he scored the winning goals, Ghanaian striker Mohamed Anas was invited for an interview. An auspicious moment for the man of the match to shine even brighter by highlighting his stellar performance. Instead, Anas got carried away and scored perhaps the most awkward own goals post-match on live television. Here's what he did.
And I appreciate my fans also, my wife and my girlfriend.
He immediately knew that he messed up and tried to cover up the error. But unfortunately for him, the awkward interview was being recorded on live TV. And as you can imagine, it quickly spread across social media like wildfire. Now, this might be the last time this man ever goes to this gym. Epic treadmill fail. During an interview at a gym, the camera caught a man in the background who happened to be getting ready to work out on the treadmill, but ended up being distracted by a girl walking past him. He must not have realized that the treadmill was running when he stepped on it absent-mindedly and took a painful tumble.
I mean, I could work out all day, and obviously I'm an ex-athlete myself.
And perhaps the most embarrassing one too. There is no running away from this, as it was all caught live on national television. There's a lesson here, guys. If you're even at the gym, don't get distracted by the beautiful girls, lest this could be you, or worse. Moving on, have you seen how media personalities handle awkward situations in the studio?
Our winds will change. Right now, kind of hung up just a little bit. Oh, I moved the map. I didn't know I could do that. No way!
I'd say this weather forecaster is something of a pro after doing this to save her station from embarrassment. Weather blooper. It would have been an awkward moment for this Fox network outlet when a technical glitch mixed up signals from a weather map with the station's normal programming had it not been for the quick thinking of Jennifer McDermott, who was still forecasting at the time. Watch as the screen goes bonkers and begins to display everything in multiples, and Jennifer, upon seeing myriad clones of herself on screen, decides to play around with it and ends up turning the hiccup into a moment for everyone to giggle. Still on that, here's another really hilarious weather blooper. Green screen, fashion fail. This is the moment KTLA 5 meteorologist Liberté Chan walks on camera in front of the weather map, only to realize that she had worn the wrong dress to work.
Right now, temperatures in the 30s in the high desert. Oh, I'm gonna have to change. Look at this. Oh.
She ought to know better, and she does, because she explains that she didn't expect the dress color she chose would cause a green screen effect. Well, there she was all lit up, and with the temperature readings on the weather map projecting only her dress. Fortunately, her colleague, Chris Burrus, rushes to the rescue and saves her any further embarrassment. And oh, you've got to love that dance in the end. All right, while it was clear skies ahead after that close call, there seemed to be no way out of the adverse situation bad weather had caused in Kiev, as seen in this next video. Like a cow on ice. After a bad ice storm hit Ukraine, a thin layer of ice covered the roads, making it near impossible for pedestrians to walk. Their constant struggle was captured on the CCTV camera of a nearby business. Here it is. Take a look. I could be talking about the people seemingly sliding easily down the small incline, but I know really that's not where your focus is at. But that schoolgirl trying to make it up the sidewalk, oh bless that poor girl. I giggled so hard the first, second and third time, I watched her slip right back to the bottom, and the fourth and fifth time as well. At one point it seemed like she would make it out to the top, but then... yeah, nice try. I love this next clip. Every time I watch it, I feel like Albert Einstein. How not to handle glass. So these guys are trying to get the window panel onto the upper floor there. They've just about managed to get the heavy glass panel off the ground and safely placed it on the step ladders for support. Now, all they have to do is to lift the panel the rest of the way and onto the upper floor. Easy, right? Well, if only they had the right equipment for the job. And if the company insists on using cheap labor instead of investing in equipment, why do I have the feeling they eventually went bankrupt? For some people, there is nothing they wouldn't do for a good burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger!
But these gentlemen took it a step, all the steps higher. Bugger me. For free burgers? Someone filmed these men desperately trying to sneak up an escalator going the wrong way in an attempt to cut the queue after the mall announced free hamburgers. Their hilarious, seemingly endless battle against time, and the escalator went viral as an entire crowd of shoppers seen in the background seemed to cheer them on. One man fell just as he was about to make it to the top, and he's carried a few steps back. His buddy tries to skip and overtake him, but ooh, they both fall. It's simply hilarious. They did make it to the top at last, but this is the kind of thing you can watch all day when you're having a bad day. And finally, the infamous catwalk calamity clip that cracked up news anchors on live television. Trouble in Paris. Newscasters George Michael and late Jim Vance lost it while trying to report on a fashion show mishap.
You try walking in those shoes.
In which this model tripped in her high heels as she walked a runway during the 2006 Paris Fashion Week show for British designer Vivienne Westwood. The model, 22-year-old Camilla Wozniak, seemed to have lost her balance when she tripped and fell. Not once, but twice. Now, I already know it's not nice to laugh at things like this, but that second fall was hilarious, especially when it's played on replay. And I can see why this was too much for the news anchors. Hey, that was it for this video, but before you go, I'm curious. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever done? Was it caught on camera? And how would you feel if you saw your video on our list? For Camila, the clip of her most embarrassing moment makes her smile every day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that thumbs button. I'll see you on the next one.